Hello, and welcome back to Do Not Take This Cat Home. Let's let's just get into it. Actually, I don't think we're gonna load. We're just gonna continue since we just gotta get out, right? You're walking. Right, of course. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. Alright, I think we already yeah. Alright, let's go away or go forward till we get to the cat. Alright, here we are. Alright. So this time we're gonna not take the cat home. Sadly, as cute as the cat is, you'd never take this thing home with you. Okay. You just can't take it home with you. You're a responsible adult. You are. With certain bills to pay for, not to mention you need to buy food to survive, too. There's no way you could take care of a cat long term, right? You can barely afford this little outing on your day off. What to do? What's question mark? Okay. Empty slot right here. Do I want to leave it? If I okay, let's do all the things with it first. Let's feed it. The cat must be hungry, right? I can't imagine that it's had much to eat if it's so attached to this box it's in. Though it doesn't exactly seem malnourished either. Yeah, it's kind of just sitting. Surely it must have left the box to search for food then. For some reason, something in the back of your mind tells you that's not the case. And do not think on it any further. Well, either way, you can't exactly enjoy your day out knowing you left behind a hungry cat. Especially when you could have done something to help. So, what to do about the hungry kitty? Again, what are these question marks? Okay, let's check pockets. You dig into your pockets. You find a small piece of string in your left pocket. Not very helpful. The string is far too short. Oh. Yeah, flashbacks. In your right pocket, a bar of chocolate. How is it not melted? You find a chocolate bar. Is it? Nope, it's not even expired. Quite the find indeed. You're about to offer it to the cat, when suddenly you're hit with guilt as you remember something gut-curdling. What is it? Yeah, chocolate is toxic to cats. Oh my gosh, You resist the urge to vomit as your near mistake. You feel so guilty, you throw the chocolate bar away into a nearby trash bin. An almost cat killer doesn't deserve chocolate. You back to the cat, barely able to stand its innocently oblivious expression. It doesn't even know that you almost... I'm so sorry. I don't even know what to say. You are a horrible person. You know what? Stay here. I'll be right back. You leave the alley. And return with a whole fish you brought or you bought at a nearby grocery shop. It was a bit pricey, but it was the least you could do. The cat eagerly accepts your offering, munching happily at the fish after you'd place it in the box. You want to smile at the sight, but you just feel so awful. Sorry again. The cat seemingly pays you no mind and as you slip back out of the alley. Not feeling like you deserve a peaceful day out, you just decide to head back home. On the way home, you notice more cats than usual watching you from their hiding spots. But you try to not think about it. You can't help but wonder if they know what you've nearly done. But it's not like you meant to hurt anyone. Oh, jeez. Right? Am I gonna get jumped? You finally reach your apartment building. You're about to unlock the door when... Oh yeah, we're getting jumped by cats. You look behind you only to see dozens of cats standing there, looking at you. Did they see you feeding the cat in the alley and thought that you had more food for all of them? I'm sorry, I don't have any more food for you. None of them move an inch. You're starting to feel a little unnerved when finally a single cat pushes its way to the front and... Oh, it's you. Oh. It's... Held carefully between its teeth, that is the chocolate bar you'd thrown away earlier. It places the chocolate bar down in front of it before looking back up at you. All of the cats look up at you. You feel their judgment. You feel your sins weighing down heavily on your back. But without the money to buy enough food for all of them, you don't know what to do. Alright, let's save. Just beg for forgiveness to these cats that are probably gonna kill me. You collapse on your knees and bow down as low as you start to earnestly beg for their forgiveness. I'm so sorry, I swear. I'd do anything to make it up to all of you, but you're out of options. Suddenly, oh my, you feel something stir in your stomach and swim its way up to your throat, closing off your airway as it tries to force its way out of your esophagus. Did they shove chocolate up my throat? Blech. It finally succeeds with aid from your helpless gagging. Oh. What? What the? Lying on the ground in front of you. Oh. Is a flopping fish. You just threw up a living fish. What the hell? The cats come rushing forward, all tearing hungrily at the fish. You're happy to finally be of help, truly. But how? Uh, you threw up another fish. Ugh. And another. And another. And your stomach hurts. You're getting dizzy. You fall to your knees. Tears and snot are streaming down your face by the time you cough up a final tiny bloody fish and collapse forward. Your throat and stomach both burn in a way that feels dangerous. You start to fade out. Despite the pain, you strangely feel a more overwhelming sense of hopeful pride that you've made up for your disgusting actions, that you've been forgiven. The sound of happy cats munching away at their fish fills your ears. Then, you feel something being nudged into your hand. It feels like it's the bar of chocolate that you found in your pocket. You smile weakly. You successfully atoned, but you don't really have the strength to eat your reward. Sadly, the last taste in your mouth as you leave this mortal coil doesn't get to be that of chocolate, but a raw fish. Ending 24. Fishing for pardon. Alright, let's load back up this and let's go inside. You decide to cut your losses and head inside. Your sins weigh down on you, but you're only human. What more can you do? Jeez. You try and ignore the yowling of the neighborhood cats as you go about your chores. You consider preparing dinner. But how could you enjoy it knowing how hungry those poor cats outside are? The ones you've wronged. You decide to take a bath and go straight to bed without dinner. A fitting punishment for someone like you. You forego the fancy bath bubbles because you don't deserve them and sink into the water with a sigh. Your mind races, but you can't really think of any immediate solution that doesn't require more money. You wish there was something, anything you could do to make things right. Suddenly, your legs start to feel really itchy. You try and lift one to see what's going on, but what raises out of the water isn't a pair of legs. Oh, it's a fish tail. You feel dizzy at the sight. Maybe you're hallucinating from the stress. You try and climb out of the tub to cool your head, but instead of your hand rising up to brace itself, a wet fin stretches out to plop on the rim. It's too weak to hold your weight, and you're so startled by the sight. That you slip and smack your head on the side of the bathtub, passing out almost immediately. You're awake. You think, anyway. You open your eyes and you're underwater. You must have slid beneath the surface of the bathwater. You gasped instinctively. Except Not really. A bubble simply floats out of your mouth, up and up and up to the surface. You're broke as heck, so you know the bathtub isn't that big. Did you shrink? But how? And even if there were a reasonable answer, it wouldn't explain how you haven't drowned yet. You swim to the edge of the tub and see that the truth is in your shadow silhouette. You've been turned into a fish. This isn't possible. You don't get any time to ponder over this, unfortunately. Because just then, a shadow looms over you from above. You look up and see the cat. It peers down at you from beyond the water's surface. And then you realize this is the answer. This is how you've meant to atone. With a heavy heart, you swim out to the surface. The cat scoops you up, tossing you out of the tub and onto the bathroom tiles. As you flop around gasping for air, or water, you realize the cat wasn't alone. Dozens of hungry eyes peered down on you. You hear the yowling of what sounds like hundreds of cats outside your bathroom window. You sent one last look before closing your eyes and accepting your fate. The cats descend upon you, tearing at your flesh. You find yourself mourning the fact that you're not even big enough to feed all of them. Even in the end, you couldn't properly atone. Your efforts, your life, all of it amounted to nothing. Ending 25, Seafood Sacrifice. I don't want to click continue. Yeah, you're seeing this, and the music is gone. It has its eyes open. That's not usual. And it's glitching out. Let's just hit continue. See what happens. You're walking. Right, of course. This is just the usual thing, and you're actually glad you did. So what was that on the... What was that? Allie. The sound source. At the end of the alley is a cat. Huh? What was that? On the title, or on the main menu, I am... Huh. Do not take it home. Alright, let's, Alright, we're just gonna ignore that, I guess. Let's go back to feed the cat, right? Alright, we have two more. We have look around the area and the question marks. So look around the area. You glance around the dark, dingy alley and only see garbage bags, trash bins, empty cardboard boxes, and scattered litter here and there. If there was something for the cat to eat, surely it would have found it by now, right? But you don't want to just give up so easily. You keep looking. You look and only see garbage. You sniff and only smell garbage. You listen. What the heck? You just barely make out the sound of a faint scurrying by a trash bin a few feet away. Quietly, oh so quietly, you creep over to the bin. And you lunge. You aren't very graceful in your attempt. You'd stumble and knock over a stack of nearby boxes full of more trash. But as you stand up, grasped in your hand is a small mouse. The mouse squeaks and shrieks in distress, wiggling and struggling desperately in your grip. You're holding it too tightly and carefully for it to be able to bite or scratch you, though. It wears itself out eventually and looks up at you with black eyes. It's completely at your mercy. Let's look in the background. The cat is still like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Let's spare the mouse. Are you sure? Spare it. You can't hear the cat, or you can hear the cat's stomach growling. It must be so hungry. Must be starving. Spare the mouse. You know the cat is hungry. Why are you hesitating? You caught prey for the cat's sake, didn't you? Are you really gonna to value the life of the filthy rodent more than the cat's? Should I? You're mocking me, aren't you? Last chance. Hand over the prey now. I don't know what to do. um, I spared it. You let the mouse go. It scurries away, squeezing into a tiny hole in the wall. But you don't pay it much mind. You don't flinch as a giant clawed paw slowly falls in front of you, blocking your path to the alley's entrance. Not that you had any delusions about escaping. The cat is hungry, after all. Oh. You close your eyes in acceptance as the paw gently pulls you back. And back. And... a life spared. Oh, and it's back to staring at me like that. Alright, let's go back here. Let's feed the mouse. The mouse looks scared, as if it can sense your intentions. It weakly starts to struggle again. The mouse is reluctant. We're gonna feed it. You feed the mouse to the cat. The cat tears it apart instantly. Oh. Oh. The mouse's pain squeaks and squeals, pierce through you until they're abruptly cut off. Satisfied, the cat mews happily at you, red tinting its fangs. The cat curls up in its now blood-stained box and goes to sleep. You take the chance to leave. A well cat fed will likely follow you home after all. And as cute as a cat is, you really can't afford a pet right now. Still feeling a little guilty about the mouse, you decide to just go home. After a long walk home, you finally enter your apartment. You head straight for your room and collapse on your bed, falling into a fitful sleep. Later, you wake up. Oh no, what is... Nah. Two squeaking and scurrying noises all around you. So loud and constant they sound like screams. In the darkness of your room, you see the shifting shadows of hundreds of mice scurrying, mouse surrounding your bed. You try to run. But you cry out as twin lances pain race up your leg. You fall out the bed in your attempt to escape. The hordes of mice dodging you as you crash to the ground. You can't stand up. Looking back and squinting in the dark, you just about make out the source of your pain. The flesh and tendons of your heels and ankles are mangled, bitten through your socks. No, leave me alone. Desperate, you crawl with only your arms towards the door. The mice descends upon you, biting into your skin. Gnawing away pieces of you. This is... No, bro. It was one mouse. Come on. You start to fade in and out of consciousness. But you still reach up for the doorknob. Your arm heavy, weighed down by the mice clinging to it. With little claws and tiny teeth. Managed to jostle the knob enough for the door to slowly swing open. So there's gonna be like more mice. Plop. Nope, I'm just gonna die. Oh. Blech. Nah. How? Your outstretched arm finally falls to the ground, lifeless. How did they cut through that much? The mice managed to chew through the flesh and bone of your now dismembered limb. How, bro? As a few mice creep forward to curiously inspect your arm, you stare blankly at it for a moment before sliding up your gaze. The new open doorway sits a familiar looking mouse. It stares at you. The darkness in its beady black eyes. You can't begin to measure their depths. Those are red eyes. Nor the hatred pouring out from within them. All of it aimed at you. You collapse, head hitting the floor as your other arm is eaten away as well. You're not sure on how you're still conscious. The pain should be indescribable. Yeah, I think the cat killing me is better, and yet you just feel this cold sense of loss. The mice is clustered along your back now, gnawing and ripping their way between your shoulder blades, into your back, into your chest. You weakly cough up blood as they might have damaged something important. You feel something being pulled out of you. And in between moments, the blankest darkness fade out of your vision. And you hear something wet plop on the ground in front of you. You pry your eyes open and see it in front of the mouse. Weirdly shaped, red with your blood and pulsing. And oh, that's your heart, isn't it? Yep, other mice descend upon it, abandoning your half-eaten body. You're losing a lot of blood. You feel sleepy, but you also feel anger. Yes. So much anger. How dare they? How dare they? The last thing you see before your vision fails you is a pair of glowing eyes leering from the darkness beyond the doorway. You can hear squeaks and shrieks of terror all around you. Low yowls, deep snarls, gnashing teeth, tearing flesh. As your remaining senses leave you, you smile weakly with the last of your strength. When something with soft, slightly damp and sticky fur nuzzles your cheek. Good kitty. Ending 27, well fed. Can we have the good music back, please? I liked the music. No? Okay. We're back here. Bulla. Alright, we got the third option. It's just blood. The cat lets out a sad, pleading little sound. It's hungry. It must be starving. So, you look around and see a nearby shard of glass. Your body moves as if it knows what to do, what needs to be done. You take the shard and yeah. Why would you? Why would you do that? You carefully hold your finger over the cat. Dark red blood beads at the wound before growing heavy enough to drip into the cat's open, waiting mouth. It mews happily at you. You smile warmly and lower your hand next to the box, or into the box, stroking the cat's cheek before letting it lap gently at your bleeding finger. When the flow gets weak and the cat meows for more, you squeeze below the wound, coaxing more blood out. Feel a strange but welcome sense of comfort from the odd exchange. A being other than yourself was hungry, and you were able to provide it its sustenance. A small wrong in the world made right, even if so strangely done and one temporarily. Ironically, it's that moment that you start to feel dizzy. You didn't think you were losing that much blood. You slump against the cat's box and listen to it mew in distress. You think it sounds worried about you, or at least you'd like to think so. It could just want more blood as well. The cat hops out of the box and into your lap, nuzzling at your stomach and meowing unhappily. You wish you could ease its concerns, but not like you can talk to each other. You can't help but try and remember the last time you talked to anyone, actually. If you were to die here and now in this alley, how long would it take for someone to realize you were missing? That you were gone? Your thoughts are interrupted when the cat yowls loudly, tensing up in your lap. You don't have time to wonder why a voice rings out from the entryway to the alley. Hello? Or, hey, are you alright? You don't answer. You don't think you can. Your voice feels locked away deep, deep within you. The cat looks up at you with a long stare, as if assessing you. It looks back towards the voice and with a final nudge in your stomach, or to your stomach. Look at that smile. It hops out of your lap, walking towards the alley's entrance. Now look at its shadow. But then it starts to shift, crack. That's what the two things were. Its face opens up. It peels back and opens again. Oh, you can see it down there, withering its tendrils peeking out from where you think its mouth should be. The stranger's silhouette freezes in the light beyond the alley. Well, what the hell is... But you don't have the chance to finish their question. Oh, the tendrils converge into one before shooting out the cat's jaws and piercing into the stranger's shoulder. God, oh my God. They let out a pained cry, a fearful yell. They claw at the tendrils, trying to pull them loose, but to no avail. You can't seem to process their screams. You just stare at the creature before you. So different from the cat that mewed out of concern for you earlier. Save. Let's stop the cat. You can't let this happen. You shakily crawl forward and weakly grab the join tendrils that pulse as they drain the stranger's blood. When you tug as firmly as you're able, the tendrils pulse halts and the cat turns to you. It makes a strange thrilling noise that sounds like a question, but you have no answer. You can't even understand the question. So you simply scoop up the creature, the cat, cradling. You gaze almost longingly at the light beyond the alley's entrance. You don't know what's going on, but you can't sit and watch someone else be eaten so viciously. Not when they've tried to see if you were okay. Not when you could offer yourself instead. You think the stranger is set free, because after the sound of shoes hastily scuffering on the pavement fades into the distance. You feel something sharp pierce your back. It feels thin, almost like a needle. So the pain passes quickly as your body adjusts to the extrusion. You're sure it wasn't so thin it skewered through the stranger's shoulder earlier. They feel your blood leave your body slowly as if being pumped out. It gets harder to think and your vision starts to fail you. The creature in your arms makes a soft sound. You hold it as tightly and as closely to you as your weak arms can manage. This is fine. You're okay with this. You don't know if this will change anything. Surely the cat will get hungry again, and at some point, after you're gone and no longer an option. But at least this time, you were able to save someone. Ending 28, personal care package. And we're back to this creepy screen. Alright, let's go back here. Let's let the cat feed. Someone help me. Help. Help. You look away at the creature. You look away as the creature devours the stranger, draining them until they're nothing but a husk of bone, skin, and clothes heaped on the floor. You feel awful, but what could you do? And the creature is also a living thing. Shouldn't it be allowed to eat what it needs to? Does it not also have a right to do what it must to survive? You ignore the voice in the back of your head that questions if there could have been another way. It's not like you tried to see if it could eat anything other blood. Human blood. Now did you? The creature purrs as it rubs its side into your arm. But you realize that after a bit of rest, you've already started feeling better. But you also think that something inside you feels a little bit broken too. You're just not quite what it is yet. You stand and hold out your arms. Still hungry? The creature thrills happily and hops into your outstretched arms. Let's go then, yeah? You leave the alley together. And you go into the world together. The cat is hungry. And it will be hungry often from now on. Very often. Screams of fear and terror follow you both wherever you go. And without care or concern for any of it, you just stand back and watch. Ending 29, all you can eat blood fae. All you can eat, yeah, I get that. How many endings do you think we got? We're getting there. Yeah, we're getting there. Oh my god. Still, I don't know what this is and I don't like it. Like, what is it? You know? I don't get it. Like, can we have the happy music back? I liked that. Alright, let's go back to here. Let's play with the cat. Aw, you just want a little attention, don't you? The poor thing must be bored sitting in that box all day. You're not sure you're much of an interesting companion, but you're willing to do your best. There gotta be something you can entertain a little critter with. But what? Save. Alright, let's check pockets. We had a chocolate bar and a little yarn thing. You dig into your pockets. Yep, the small piece of string in your left pocket, not very helpful. String is far too short. And eat. I fell for it again. Again. Freaking again. In your right pocket is a bar of chocolate. I'm sorry. Oh my. Not too helpful either right now. The only thing other you got is your phone. Not too much of anything the cat can play with, but there is something you can do. Photo montage. Well, that was fun, right? Well, you enjoyed yourself. With nothing else to do and no intention of taking the cat home, you decide it's probably best to just leave. You don't want to get the cat too attached after all. At least you'll have some memories to take with you. Okay, see you around, I guess. Good luck. Okay. You turn and walk away, but... Your phone just got a message. You open it up and... What? Aren't I cute? It's a picture of the familiar looking cat. And the cat does look cute. The profile looks like its eyes when it's creepy AF. And happier in the picture. But it's not a picture you recognize. What the heck? Did I? You didn't take this picture. You peek over to your shoulder at the cat. But the cat is simply looking at you. It mews sadly as if pleading you to come back. I think our best bet is just to get. I think if this, we're just gonna go back to the other page. Let's just see. Well, I guess I could stay a little longer. But now what to do? Alright, yeah, we're back here. Okay. Let's, load. Get out of the alley. You ignore the cat and briskly walk out of the alley without another look. Phew. That was weird. You're a good distance away when... Not again. You reluctantly look at the new message and... Don't ignore me. Creeped out, you decide to just go home. I know you're seeing these. Come back. Come back. Oh. Come back. Come back. Oh, no. No, thank you. Come back. Okay, come back, come back, come back, come back. You look... Not when you look like that. Jeez. Yo, did the freaking phone messages just kill me? No, I think I'm good. I can see you. Okay, the eyes are, you know. I can always see you. You can't hide. I will always find you. Good luck getting me to say the last part. Your eyes dart around nervously, certain that you're being followed. But there's nothing there. You're finally home, but you feel too shaken for any relief to calm you down. You rush to the bathroom and slam the door behind you. What is that gonna do? Is there gonna be a demon in my bathroom or something like that? You're just gonna, like, turn on the light. Everything's okay. No, it's not. And the lights are off. This is not good. It's just a bad dream. This is not a bad dream. Everything's okay. This is where that cleaning thing went wrong. You fumble in the dark to turn on the sink and splash your face with some cold water, hoping it'll calm your mind and stop the hallucinations. Because that's all they are, right? Hallucinations. You're really regretting leaving home today. You must have been overworking yourself more than you've realized. Yeah, that must be. You jump as your phone alerts you to yet another message received. Check it. With shaking hands, you look at your phone. Hi, friend. What? Startled, you whirl around and instinctively jump back. You slip, smashing the back of your head into the bathroom mirror. You You don't register the ping just yet, your eyes shifting wildly around the room. Look, you can see the cat's eyes in the mirror. How do I flip that? There's nothing there. Now look in the mirror. There's something there. Nothing at all. Yeah. You feel dizzy. You dazedly feel the back of your head and examine your hand. You can't really see anything. But it feels warm. And wet. Yeah, you're bleeding. The smell of copper fills the air. The dizziness overwhelms you and you collapse onto the bathroom tiles. Help. You reach for your phone to call an ambulance. The batteries are dead. Ending 30 photo bomber. When are you gonna quit this? Like, come on, give me the happy music. Alright, let's go back. Let's, didn't mean to. Let's ignore phone. The phone vibrates insistently over and over. But you just can't look. You keep your eyes squeezed shut, your fingers tightly grip the sink. Your mind, you beg whatever is doing this just to stop already. Please, please, please just put me out of my misery. You mutter this quietly, you don't really mean it. You don't. As the words take shape in the darkest corners of your mind, the phone immediately stops vibrating. You'd think that this would give you a relief, but you don't. But you only feel dread sinking heavily into your stomach. You can feel eyes on you. You can feel puffs of air in the back of your neck. Damp and deep and slow. You take a deep breath and open your eyes. You look at the mirror. Nothing. You peek around the room. Still nothing. Nothing at all. But you know that something is there, waiting to be acknowledged. For you to accept the fact of his existence. Only then will it you peace, to free you from a life of constantly looking over your shoulder, of fearing your own image, your own reflection. You could feel its patience, limitless. Oh, you can win against it in a war of attraction. Or you can't. Your lifespan will long expire before it tires you. So, you close your eyes. And accept it. As your head is severed from your neck, you're filled with peace. Grateful that at the very least you never had to see it. Whatever it was. Ending 31, headshot. And we're back to staring at this. Okay. Not again. I just want to load my save. Wait, I gotta turn auto off. In the days leading up to my meeting with it, I'd been obsessed with a memory. Someone precious to me had found someone precious to them. My best friend. My only friend. It was happy for them, truly. But then I'd been happy for the others too. They promised it wouldn't happen to me again. That they knew how it felt to be told by someone you cared for that they've outgrown you and your friendship. That they'd never ever do such a thing to me. There's not a moment that passes now that I'd wish I'd risked the pain of their rejection and just believed them. But I didn't. I pulled away before they could, trying to protect my fragile heart. But it only hurt all the more. Selfish as I was, or as it was, I had wanted them to fight harder to keep me around. When it appeared before me, it promised to be just that. A friend that would never ever let me go. A friend that would never ever leave me. And all I had to do was promise the same thing in return. Alright, we're back here. You think we're, nope. Creepy guy is still there. Okay, let's load, here. Yeah. Well, that's really all. We got this, ... You are not ready. Okay. What is on second thought? Oh yeah, no, we're still not doing that. All right. All right, let's leave cat. You don't think it's a good idea to get the cat's hopes up of having someone to look after it if you're not willing to commit? What if it gets attached and somehow tracks you down back to your home? Oh, it just said you can never get away with it, are you? Or something like that. Sorry, see you around, I guess. Stand up, the cat watching your every move. You make it halfway out of the alley when the cat meows almost pitifully at you. ... Let's turn back if it leads me back. Aww. How are you supposed to walk away from that? What kind of monster would you be if you could? You sigh a little and walk back to the cat. Looks almost hopeful, its tail swishing faster as it leans up a little more towards you. As if eager for your next move. So again, save here just in case. We're on page 5, holy. Let's stay. ... It's strange. The more you hesitate to leave the alley, the more you find yourself wondering. What's the point? You'll go where? Do what? What's the point if you're always doing all of it completely and utterly alone? Ever going home to your apartment wouldn't help, would it? One bedroom, one bathroom, and one you living alone in it. It's been like that for so long. So long. You're startled and you feel an impossibly soft paws pressed lightly against your wet cheek. You didn't realize you've been crying. Either that or your little breakdown has literally brought you to your knees right in front of the cat's box. You feel slightly embarrassed, but the cats respond as if it can sense your self-depressing feelings deep creeping in. God, it presses its paw on your cheek 3 times in quick succession, as if trying to slap you out of your melodic state. But they're so light, the slaps feel like getting gently and eagerly patted. You can't help but laugh a little. Can't believe I'm having a meltdown in a dirty old alley with this stray cat comforting me. You smile and show your gratitude with a scratch to the cat's chin. Thanks, I'm fine, really. It just happens sometimes. I really do like being alone most of the time. It's the only time I feel comfortable being myself, you know? But even I get lonely every now and then. It's easy to ignore when I'm keeping myself busy. That's why I pushed myself to go out today, I think. Or maybe I was hoping to make a friend or something. Though I guess it wouldn't be a good idea. I doubt someone like me would make a very good friend to anyone. Okay, maybe I won't go as far to say that, but you stay. And just like that, you talk to the cat about anything that comes to mind. Your isolation, your loneliness, your many fears, your losses, your emptiness. Although, the longer you stay there, the smaller that once significant emptiness feels. It's been so long since someone just listened. Your words shift to gentler topics, your hopes, your dreams, happy memories of the past. As you talk, you don't even notice once cold concrete walls of the alley becoming flesh-like, warm and pink. Its softness slowly engulfing the both of you. The sound of your own voice sounds hypnotic as it reaches your ears, encouraging you to speak more of the depths of your heart into the open. You give in easily. When you do run out of words, you're not sure how long you've been sitting there. But not knowing doesn't seem to bother you. Still, a strange question enters your mind. Leave and go home? It's my only option. Why would I want to do that? You're too tired to move. Pouring out your heart and soul is taking a surprising toll on you, but you have no regrets. You're so happy. You don't think you've ever felt so heard, so seen. You lean forward to rest your head on the box. You don't feel the rough cardboard you were expecting. Instead, you find yourself resting on a mass of something. Something soft and slightly damp and warm. So warm. But you can't find it in you to care on what it could be. You're so tired. You close your eyes. And you get the feeling that they'll probably never open again. But as that all passing warmth encases you slowly, completely, you feel nothing but pure contentment. Ending 22, not alone. Nice. Let's load in that same spot, but let's leave. You really can't afford to take the cat home with you. Well, maybe it wouldn't be completely impossible. Feel like the strangest luxuries. Cut here and there, you could see things working out, sure. There's a slight problem with that's been making you waver this whole time. One you simply can't ignore. The problem being that you can't just trust this cat. It sounds ridiculous even in your head. Cats don't require trust to care for. They're incapable of betrayal or deception specifically because, like other animals, they only seek out the most basic essentials of living: procreation and comfort. Malice isn't something that could ever logically be applied to them. Yet, you feel it. That behind that gut-wrenchingly adorable face is something dangerous. And that something brought you here. It called you here. You're a curious person, but even you can't shake the deep, indestructible desire to get away, get away, get away, get away, get away. Oh my God. Yeah, we really want to get away from it. The cat's face looks blank. It's an expression that you've seen on many cats before, but something about it feels sharper. Like it's aware of your thoughts and your intention to leave. And it's daring you to try. You slowly stand up. The cat tracks your movement with its eyes, not bothering to move its head. You don't say a word. You don't even try and think. Get away from it, get away from it, get away from it. Though you don't really succeed. You turn around and quickly leave the alley, feeling those sharp eyes on you the whole way. When you get a good distance away, you finally take in deep gulps of air. You feel better now. And there's still plenty of time left to enjoy your day off. As long as you forget everything that just happened. But what to do? Okay. I want to save this. I want to go back. I want to go back here. No, I want to load. I want to load this. And I want to see if it's any different if I just ignore it right now. Nope, nope. You need this. You need to nip this in the bud and get on with your day. It's what's best for the both of you. You leave the alley and continue on your way. Wait, what was I doing? In all the excitement of dealing with your furry dilemma, You'd forgotten that you still hadn't decided on what you're gonna do for your day off. Look, it's different. It's different. Yeah. So, like, look, from this and this, you can see the text is different. And on this, you can, it's kind of hard to see since it's, you know, the mini screen. You can see the I think all is separated. Let's carry on with it normally, and then we can go back to that later. Let's just go up and down. Let's go watch a movie. It's been a while since a film came out that looked interesting enough for you to drag yourself to a movie theater. But there's a showing of one such film at the old theater. The movie was a little too niche to be picked up by the new cinema that opened right across the street. That's okay though, you're not exactly a fan of the crowds. And nothing ruins the experience of watching a new movie for you than a noisy audience. Oh my god, it just leads into more and more options. Okay, let's go to the old theater. You eagerly buy your ticket from the kind old man in the booth and head inside. It's barren of any trace of other people, and the decor looks like it hasn't changed since the 80s. Maybe even the 70s. But it's what you were counting on. You consider buying some popcorn, but can't help to be concerned that everything at the concession stand might be expired. You move on and walk through the halls, finally locating the theater designated on your ticket stub. As expected, the theater your movie will be playing in is completely empty. Perfect. You pick the right spot in the middle, even counting the seats and taking into consideration the gaps of the staircase. As you settle in, the dim lights fade away, leaving the room pitch black for a few seconds. Before the screen flickers on, no commercials or trailers popped up, the movie just begins. Pleased, you shrug and let yourself get immersed in the opening scene. But as you're getting into the premise, the door opens behind you, momentarily casting light into the room and ruining the atmosphere. You'll hold in a frustrated sigh. It's a published establishment after all. The place can't exactly afford to stay open if you're the only customer. You try and refocus on the movie, but you sense the new presence slowly shifting around the theater before heading in your general direction. What? You gave the other disbelief that the stranger shuffles down the aisle to sit right in front of you. There's no one else here and plenty of places to sit. The stranger is also unusually tall. Even with the stadium-like arrangement, the seats being somewhat steep incline, they're completely blocking your view. Let's move to another spot. You don't want to risk escalating the situation further. This whole thing is already making you uneasy. Why would they choose to sit right in front of you? Surely they know you wouldn't be able to see past them. Shaking your head with a passive-aggressive scoff in the stranger's direction, you reluctantly pick another less perfect seat in the theater. But as you settle down, you see the strange person get up. Only once again to sit in the seat directly in front of you. You look around, somewhat helplessly, as if waiting for someone to silently agree with you about how odd all this is. Or to at least inform you that it's all an elaborate prank. But there's no one else here with you. That's how you've always liked it, but you can't help but think that maybe it'd be nice to have someone else here if it just meant not being alone with this weird jerk. Let's just move again. You move again. And again, they sit right in front of you. You bristle, annoyed and a little humiliated. Are they just getting a kick out of this or something? You've wasted enough time with this jerk that you don't even know what's going on in the movie anymore. Alright, let's save. Let's confront him. You hate confrontation. You already feel your palm, or you can already feel your palm starting to sweat at the idea of it. Your throat's closing up and your body's starting to shake. You've always been more of a flighter than a fighter. But you paid for this ticket. You've wanted to watch this movie for ages. And now this total stranger has ruined the entire experience for you. You're all alone in this theater. There's no one that'll help you if something goes wrong. But you're angry enough that to ignore the signs of your body begging you to put as much distance as you can between yourself and the stranger. You stand up. Even standing and higher up on the incline, the stranger is still at least a head taller than you. The movie continues to play in the background, but you feel as a hush immediately falls heavily over the theater at your movement. As if you can sense the stranger anticipating what you plan to do next. You square your shoulders and force a little bass into your voice. Hey. The effort makes your word comes out more harshly than you intended, like a sudden and vicious bark. But you figure they deserve it anyway. You're being a real jerk, you know that? Just, what are you playing at, huh? Are you trying to piss me off? The silence that follows your word is deafening. So much so that you glance at the screen only to find that the movie has paused. Your attention is ripped back to the stranger in front of you as they shift slightly. Like a small animal trying desperately to anticipate the moves of a predator. You don't move an inch. You don't look away. You don't dare to blink. Instead, your eyes widen as the person's head turns. Oh, that's not good. Then turns some more. Then turns more beyond what should be possible, neck bones cracking, to face you directly. Ah, you can't move. Wide glowing eyes resting above a wider grinning mouth gaze down on you. The stranger opens their mouth and what comes out is something impossible to comprehend. The voice is endlessly deep and creaks like a weighty door, foreboding and oddly voice thing. But it also snaps you out of your terrified trance, and before you know it, you're already out the door. You run through the halls of the empty theater, heading for the exit. You feel something watching you from behind, but you're too afraid to look. The exit, now in sight, you sprint forward and burst through the doors. You look around frantically and spot the crowded cinema across the street. People, that's what you need. Safely in numbers and all that. Without thinking, you rush into the street, and with a sinking sensation crawls down your spine, compelling you to look back behind you. We're in the street. Don't look behind you, don't look behind you, don't look behind you, don't look behind you. Don't look behind you. Let's look behind. Despite your resistance, you feel your head turning to look back of its own accord. Well, in the middle of the street, you catch a glimpse of the Gristique-looking person standing behind the glass of the old theater, watching you intensely, cradling something in their arms. Something familiar. But... oh yeah, we're running over by a truck. That's a truck. Yep. A glimpse is all you get, as the truck speeds forward and crashes into your body. Who would have thought? You were killed on impact. Your body splattered across the road and crushed further under heavy tires. NA-16, poor screening arrangements. Jeez. Phone is going crazy right now. Let's load back in. Let's go to the new cinema. Refusing to even risk a peek over your shoulder, you rush across the street to the new cinema theater. You didn't realize that you felt like you were being surrounded by some sort of stressful pressure. Until it very suddenly vanishes, leaving you feeling more than a little shaken. But at least breathing comes easier. You think it's with your best interest to repress everything that just happened. Yeah. Deciding to wait for the movie you've been anticipating to be available on DVD or streaming. You join the long line outside the new cinema. By the time you've reached the ticket booth, you just want to get inside. So you pick a movie at random and then take your ticket from the tired-looking teenager manning the booth. The decor is chic and sleek, and the inside is bustling with people. It's not what you're usually into, but it's kind of nice not being alone. Even if you feel a little lonely watching families and groups of friends laughing among themselves. You'd get some popcorn, but the lines at the concession stands were long and the prices are criminal anyway. You go through the halls, and following the sides of the theater designated on your ticket before heading inside. Sigh. You sigh at the sight of the absolutely crowded theater. You head towards the seat only to be told by the person next to it that it's being saved for someone. This happens a few more times before you finally manage to get yourself set into a seat annoyingly off-center to the screen. But the screen was at least visible, if not a little too close, so you grit your teeth and bear it. Lights fade out, but the chatter doesn't. The rest of the audience seems content to talk through the commercials and even through the trailers. Figured the chatter will stop when the movie actually begins. But it doesn't even get slightly quieter as the opening scene starts to play out. You sigh out loud, not thinking anyone would hear you anyway. This is why you avoid movie theaters like the plague. Suddenly the screen changes, showing the face of a black cat. A familiar black cat. Confused murmurs filled the room, but then the cat on the screen meows. That's not a meow. The sound is strange and not like at all how a cat should sound. Haunting, almost melodic, and layered as if made of multiple voices of different creatures. Creatures that would probably never say. You said in confusion, wondering why you haven't already gotten up and left to complain to the cinema staff. Then you hear it. It's scattered and dissonant at first, but among the crowd, people start to chant along with the cat on screen. No, this isn't good. Soon the entire room is chanting in perfect unison. Everyone is staring intensely at the cat on screen. You're feeling strangely drawn to the screen yourself, but the conclusion is to stare blankly like the others isn't that strong. For now. Also, you start to notice out the corner of your eye that some of the people in your immediate vicinity are looking at you. No, they're outright staring holes into you, even as they continue chanting. They don't miss a beat as they slowly begin to frown at you in blatant disapproval. The scowls deepen as they're getting impatient. Save. Let's try and leave the theater. This is too weird. I need to get out of here. Gathering your courage, or perhaps putting your fear to use, you stand up, fully intending to leave the theater. When everything comes to an abrupt stop, all the chanting stops, even the cats chanting on the screen. You tense and risk a glance around the theater. They're all staring at you. Every single one of them. They're not moving. They're not even blinking. You swallow, throat suddenly dry, even though a nervous sweat completely soaks through your clothes. You highly doubt that sitting back down will fix the situation. Your legs are shaking under the audience's unnaturally intense scrutiny. But you force yourself to step forward and forward and forward until you finally reach the end of the aisle. You feel their collective gaze even worse than the staircase. All their heads have turned uncomfortably to the left to look directly at you. The screen illuminates their faces, making clear their blank scowls. They seem even more upset than they have been a few minutes ago, identical frown lines digging between their brows. You keep going, the heavy atmosphere becoming more and more oppressive with every step. You're so tense with anticipation that you fully expect someone to grab you from behind. But no one does. You don't hear any of them even get up. You exit the theater, holding your breath as the door closes behind you. You briskly walk through the halls, putting as much distance as possible between you and that theater full of people. Finally reaching the lobby, you just barely manage to catch yourself from falling onto the floor as you gulp in huge gasps of air. You expect to feel relief as your breathing calms, but you feel a lingering sense of dread that only spikes you once you notice it. As well as its source, you look up and your stomach sinks. All the people in the lobby area of the movie theater, everyone in line at the concession stand, all of them are staring at you. And they look even angrier than the people in the theater. You don't hesitate this time. You duck your head, avoiding eye contact, and leave the cinema. You ignore the glares of everyone in the tickets booth and the lines leading to them. You make your way home. Whenever you dare to look up at someone on the way, you flinch at the blatant anger, fury, and disgust on their face. You'd think you'd start to hear the faint sound of cats meowing behind you, or maybe kittens. It doesn't matter, you just want to go home. You reach to your front door and fumble with the keys, cowering from the look of pure hatred on your neighbor's face as he stares at you from his door. Finally, you get inside your apartment. Locks all, or lock all locks on the door and slide down with your back against it till you're sitting on the floor. You allow yourself a moment to breathe. Now home, your heartbeat calms down, and you feel slowly bleeds from you, leaving you feeling strangely empty. You pass the kitchen, head to your room, slip under the covers of your bed, trying to fall asleep. Maybe it's all just a bad dream. As you fall into a fitful sleep, you're sure to be full of nightmares of glaring eyes. You try to ignore the ever-increasing sounds of cats meowing and yowling in the distance outside of your apartment. Ending 17, Black Sheep. Let's load back here. Let's try and blend in with the crowd. Thinking fast, you look to the screen and begin to chant in tandem with the crowd. I'm not even gonna try and say that. I don't know. You feel the harshness of their collective gaze start to ebb away. The air in the theater becoming lighter once again. You release air shakily, just realizing that you've been holding up your breath earlier. You feel stuck. Surely you can't just up and leave now. Not after whatever all that was. The people around you seem fine now. But there's no telling if they'd get aggressive at you for even moving too much. Never mind outright getting up and leaving. You decide to let this run its course. Hopefully someone will come along. Right? Or at least turn the film off. You continue to chant along with everyone. The static. You start to feel lightheaded. You feel as if you could fall asleep, but your eyes don't feel heavy in the slightest. You try and look around and gauge at the other's emotional state. Gauge, I don't know. But you can't seem to look away from the screen. You try again, but you're still locked in eye contact with the cats on screen. You attempt to physically force your line of vision away. You steel your nerves, ready to throw yourself on the ground if you need to. But your body only gets as far as tensing up for a moment before completely loosening itself again, making you lay back limply in your seat. You think you should be panicking right about now, but even your brain feels limp. Your thoughts, the vaguely mutated, paced-out pink, airy, sickeningly sweet and loosely spun, like cotton candy. You like cotton candy. You shouldn't mind your thoughts and body being like cotton candy either. So, why get up and ruin that? It's nice here. You're more at peace than you've ever felt before in such a crowded room. Still chanting, you've never felt so aligned and in tune with another person. Let alone with an entire room full of complete strangers. You're not alone. Out of the corner of your eye, the person next to you starts to sink back even further in their chair. They sink more, then more. Not like they're slouching or reclining, but more if they're deflating. Their skin bunches up and wrinkles like fabric as their muscles, their bones have started to disintegrate. Their eyes dim before sinking into their sockets. Their mouth, still attempting to chant, falls open after a cut-off nya. Gasping as the word ends in a awful hiss, a final weak release of air. You muse thoughtfully about whether you should be concerned or distressed at the sight, but even then, the blanket of peace doesn't leave you. Suddenly, from the pile of skin and clothes next to you, you see a lump moving around. You watch in dazed fascination as the lump makes its way to the part of the skin where the head used to be. And out from the mouth crawls a tiny black kitten. I keep chanting. You can hear the familiar hissing sound all around you as unified chants start to fade, only to replace with the faint mewling of kittens. Finally, your voice is the only one still chanting, still human, and alone. Again. You don't want that. You can't go back to that. Not again. Not again. Please. Just then, you go completely limp. Your body feels light, but it might as well weigh several tons. Because you realize quite suddenly that you can't move. Not an inch. You can't shift your eyes to look around. You can't even breathe. But somehow, the chant continues to creak weakly from your mouth. A few kittens come forward and perch themselves on the chairs around you, watching your sinking body, mewling as they wait for the youngest sibling to emerge from you. Dozens of glowing eyes peer down at you. And as your eyes start to cave in from the sockets of your softening skull, you manage to make out the silhouette of a familiar cat perching on the seat right in front of you. Your vision finally fades, and the same hiss of air expels itself from your mouth. Last thing you sense is someone small and alive shifting eagerly under your skin. Ending 18, happy birthday. Whose birthday? Anyway, let's look at endings again. 28 out of 40. Oh my god. Alright. Let's load. Let's load this. Let's just leave the theater. This is too weird. Feeling uncomfortable, you decide to leave the theater. There's still enough time left in the day to do something else. Now what? Okay, so it just brings me here. Alright, on second thought, I think I'll go to the carnival. You spend the day at the carnival. Ferris wheel, roller coaster, Faribault, rides you've been on before. Hoops, coin toss, balloon darts, games you've played before. Funnel cake, popcorn, cotton candy, food you've eaten before. All things you've enjoyed before. You're surrounded by groups of people having fun together. Laughing, playing, eating, taking pictures, making memories. And then there's you. The sun hasn't started to set yet. Still high in the sky, but it will soon. You start to wonder if maybe you should just go home for the day. When you stop in your tracks, you see something new. An attraction you've never seen before. A maze of funhouse mirrors. It sounds kind of lame, honestly. There isn't even a line to get in. But then, what else is there to do? We can't really do anything else, so let's enter the maze. We enter the maze. A few rooms in, you notice that the mirrors aren't all weird. Just show you looking back at yourself. A little bored, a lot tired, and so very, very... Maybe this was a mistake. Why did you think of going into a maze of mirrors was a good idea, even if it was something new to experience? I can't do this today. You turn around and head back the way you came, only to bump into a mirror. Oh, what the? Where's the exit? Try again, only to find another mirror blocking your way. By the time you're all turned around, you realize that the way you came in is completely gone. Okay, don't panic. I just have to keep going forward, right? You step through the only opening that you can find and nearly trip over something on the ground. You bend down and pick it up. What's this doing here? In your hands rests a worn-looking flashlight. Curious, you flick it on. Huh? The light doesn't look very... Crap, the lights. The power go out, or did the attraction operator forget you were in there? How long have you been in here, actually? You pull out your phone to check the time, or maybe call the police. Your phone is dead. You grip the flashlight in your hand. The light of it emitted earlier was dim enough for you to know that there was probably not that much juice left. Best to reserve it for a worst case scenario and feel your way out. Yeah, you can do this. Take a calming breath. Well, forward we go. Hello, daring adventurer. Who said that? Welcome to the Mirror Maze. Would you like to know how to navigate the maze? Yeah, I need help. Once again, welcome to the Mirror Maze. You're in a bit of a jam, but don't worry. You're in good hands. Or rather, good paws. See these little cuties here? They'll be doing their best to guide you through the maze. Aren't they generous? When you enter a room, the emergency lights will flash, letting you see the paths before you for a second, and also what lies beyond them. Whenever you see these kind of kitties, just go where they go and you'll reach the next room. Unfortunately, they're not the only things in here. It is highly suggested that you refrain from following any of our other guests. They can be sneaky or distracting, but they're always hostile. So please take caution when advancing to the next room. Of course, this wouldn't be much of a mirror maze without mirrors. Can they hurt you? No, they're just mirrors, silly. They don't do anything at all. And you can't do anything to them either. They're just an obstacle you can't pass through. Go left, go center, or go right. The choice is yours. Though, if you find a room with no helpful kitties in sight, and a path that leads to a mirror or something else, it's recommended that you stay put. And just maybe it'll work itself out. Okay, now for your navigation tools. That flashlight you found doesn't exactly have much juice left. It'll only let you get a quick extra peek at your surroundings about 5 times. Try not to use it all up at once. Oh no. You can keep track of your progress through the rooms up on the left, and your lives up to the right. You got 3 lives, so be careful and avoid the less friendly guests lurking around. Why are there only 3 lives, you ask? Because you're soft and squishy. It wouldn't take much to damage you beyond repair. And besides, you're human, and humans usually only have 1 life, yes? And yet, here, you get 3. Don't you think you ought to show a little more gratitude? And that's the end of your tutorial. Hopefully it was helpful. Are you ready to play? What would you like to know? Can you turn off the flow? Can you let me go? Your aggressive forfeit is denied. Let me out of here. Screaming is not allowed in the maze. Alright, I'm ready. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Go. Alright, right. Right again. Left. Stay. Room feels off. Just wait. I think something just changed. Oh, what is that? Okay, left. Okay, next room. Oh my. Left again. Okay, next room. Oh my. Stay. This room feels off. Just wait. I think something just changed. Center. Okay, next room. Right. Right again. Right again. Right again. Center. Center. Stay. This room feels off. Just wait. I think something just changed. Left. Center. Right. Oh my god, what is that thing? Okay, that's left. Center. Center again. Left. Left. Stay. Huh? You see it, the exit. You run forward, but as you do, the scenery shifts. Just slightly at first. But you're running too fast to stop yourself from colliding into the glass. Except, you don't quite go into the glass. You don't exactly collide with it either. You simply pass through it. And on the other side, you see an endless white void, and yourself, dozens of you, hundreds of you wandering around, aimless, faceless, and empty. So empty and listless, they don't even acknowledge your presence. You try and turn back, but the glass doesn't give. Past the glass, a familiar black cat walks up and looks at you. You think it meows at you, but you can't make out the sound. It tilts his head, then walks away. The glass goes dark. Then you watch helplessly as it disappears completely. You're trapped, with only yourself as company. Ending 19, you beat the maze. Nice. Wait a minute, I want to load back. I want to see what happens. Dang, did I really not have a single save? Dang, I really just forgot to save, did I? Alright, let's, in second thought, let's go Carnival. I just skip past all this. Enter the maze. Just click as much as I can. Come on. Alright, let's save here. No, I have some questions. Okay, there we go. This game is way too easy. Dot dot dot. Is that so? There. All done. Wait, what did you do? You'll see. Okay, I think that just made it harder. Let's see. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Go. Okay, what is this gonna happen? Okay, it's... Oh, there's a time limit. Okay, go. Flash. Left. Center. Right. 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 Left. Center. Stay. What? Left? Center. You're just trying to distract me. Right. Center. Just trying to stall. Stay. Oh my god. It's almost working. Okay, left. Center. Left. Left. Center. Stay. That was right. Center. Right. Stay. I'm too good. I am just too good. Turn back on auto. Yeah, I didn't even lose a single life. I used one extra flash. Get out. Okay, I think this is just the same thing, right? Yeah. Alright. I don't think I got anything from that, but... Here, I'm curious. I want to see what happens. Can you turn off the flash? Of course, flash off. No. Not that. Turn off the flash. What does that do? Oh. Okay, so it's just... Oh, okay, I see. Anyway. I'm curious, what happens whenever I pick to make it easy? This game is way too hard. Alright, so... Oh, yeah, that is... 7 flash... Okay, that is way too easy. Anyway, I'm too good at that. Let's load this. I think that's everything from the carnival. Let's go to the dog park. You decide to take a stroll in the park or something. The only one within walking distance is a nearby dog park. You think it'll make you feel better. First you get to see a cute cat today, and now you'll get to see a cute dog. Several of them, in fact. The park is bustling with owners and their canine companions. Playing frisbee, fetch, running, jumping, even napping. Such cuties, whatever. Like you'd want anything to do with these mangy mutts. Oh my. Chill. What's wrong? You didn't think that. Pretty sure I just did. You decide to move on. The dogs are so adorable. You want to pet every single one you come across. Well, you know that not all owners are cool, just strangers walking up and manhandling their pets. Not all dogs appreciate it either. So you stroll around the path, trying to execute a welcoming aura that will be beckoned with one of those cute doggies to you. You don't have to wait very long. You stop at the smallest, cutest puppy you've ever seen, scampers up to you, blocking your path. I don't trust him. Okay, look at these options. We can leave the park, kick the puppy, kill the puppy, eat the puppy, or pick him up. Why so dark, so fast? Okay, what happens if we just leave the park? Yes. Leave the park. The dogs are stupid. Okay. We're back. We're going back to this. Alright, let's kick the puppy, I guess. What? It's just a puppy. There's no way I would ever do that. Let's try and kill it. Huh? No, that's horrible. There's no way I would ever do that. Let's eat the puppy. That's disgusting. I think I'm gonna be sick. There's no way I would ever do that. Let's pick him up. You pick up the puppy. Hold on. Oh my god, you just barely managed to rein in the reflex to throw the puppy as far away as you can possible. With shaking hands, you quickly place the puppy on the grass and take several jerky steps back. The owner seems confused at your reaction to their puppy. You just wave at them in a daze before hastily stumbling away. That was freaking disturbing. You're not feeling so great about being in the park, and maybe you should leave? Stay at the park. You stay at the park. You try and calm down by watching all the dogs from afar as you walk along the path. But every so often, one will run up to you. And when they do, they look wrong. Their owners don't seem to notice. You find a bench and sit down for a quick break, closing your eyes. Maybe this wasn't the best idea after all. Maybe. You should have stayed with me instead. Oh no. You're broken out of your thoughts and something lands gently on your lap. Look down to see a frisbee on your thighs. Oh no. Hey, sorry about that. Can you throw that back? You look up to see an owner waving at you in the distance. But more importantly... Oh no. A series of excited barks drifts to your gaze before you see a large dog sprinting towards you. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I don't like that. A series of excited barks drifts to your gaze as you see a large dog sprinting towards you. Hey, hurry, throw it back. I'ma save it here. Oh, leave. The dog suddenly bounds at you, angry, ferocious. It tears your limbs away. Was that real? Maybe you're not feeling so great about being at the park at the moment. Maybe you should leave. Stay at the park. You stay at the park. You try and calm down by watching all the dogs from afar as you walk along the path, but every so often one will run up you. They look wrong. Maybe you should have stayed with me instead. Okay, just bring me back here. Bark. Alright, let's leave. Good. And don't come back. Go to the dog part. We're coming back. Alright, let's just load back this. Oh, throw. Throw this frisbee and the dog runs in the opposite direction, jumping and catching it right out of the air. Impressive. The dog and the owner walk up to you. Thanks for that. You can pet him if you want. The dog looks up at you, eager for its reward of pets and pats for catching the frisbee. Should I? Oh, more decisions. Oh, okay. Let's leave. Wise decision. Oh, no. We're going back. Pet dog. Really? Are you sure? I'm warning you. Do not touch that mutt, or you will regret it. Pet the dog. I don't think that was a good idea. You reach out your hand. Oh, he's gonna bite it off. And you pet the dog. The dog seems pleased. You don't feel well. The sky begins to darken rapidly. You look up, and along with the pet owners, to see the sun has been eclipsed by the moon in the blink of an eye. You vaguely remember that you should never really look directly at an eclipse. But for some reason, you don't look away. A loud piercing yowl fills the air, shaking the ground beneath you. You instinctively move to lift your hand in order to shield your ears. But the hands that had been cautiously pressed around the dog's head comes away with some resistance. Resistance like sticky slime, almost cementing your hand to the dog's head. The slime stretches with your movement. The dog's head stretches with it too, as the canine begins to just melt. It melts and melts. Until it becomes a pile of goo at your feet. You dazedly look around for the dog's owner, only to find an empty pile of familiar clothes where they once stood. You see similar piles of clothes next to piles of goo scattered all around the dog's park open field. All the dogs, all their owners. The melted goo of the dogs in front of you then starts to move with a shudder. Oh, I don't like that. It slithers across the grass towards the field in the center of the park. All the other piles of goo following after it. This looks like a boss fight. They mix and meld together into a single entity that shifts and undulates and bulges and grows. You watch as dazed horror as it then fills out and shapes itself. Oh no, into a behemoth of a dog. Snarling and frowning at the mouth, red eyes frantic and searching. Before the glowing orbs land directly on you. Is this gonna be another quick time? Rumbling growl emits so low and deep you can feel the sound of it crash onto you. No. You had your chance. Better start running. You try to run. But you're not fast enough. The behemoth barely takes a few leaps before it's already towering over you. Really felt that one. It tears you apart until there's nothing left. Ending 21, dog person. Yeah, I'm definitely not a dog person after that one. I mean, I'm already dead, so, you know. Alright, let's do this. Let's drop the puppy. Oh, I hate that. Drop it. Ah! Terrified, you drop the puppy onto the ground, practically throwing it from you. You immediately feel horrible, wincing in guilt. At the tiny yelp it releases upon hitting the ground. The owner shoves you aside with a cutting glare and storms away with their puppy. I'm sorry. You call out, but they don't turn back or respond. Not that you expected them to. You deserved it. Leave the park. Good. Okay, let's, main menu. Wait, no, let's go to endings. 30 out of 4. How am I missing 10? What am I missing? Look at, you beat the maze on hard mode? You're a real gamer. Let's go. So it does show. That's good. Okay. Ending right here. What could that be? And then all of these. What the heck? Any I missed other than right down here. It looks like another maze one. Maybe. Up here though, I think I got everything. Alright, let's load. What should I load? And what have I really missed? Do you think I have this unlocked? No, I don't. Did I miss anything here? I'm trying to figure out what I'm missing. Oh, I didn't buy a toy. Right. After being out in this alley for who knows how long, you personally think your furry friend deserves something special. I'll be right back, okay? You quickly leave the alley and rush to the nearby pet store. You browse through all the different toys for cats. There's so many to choose from, plush and bright colored and scented with catnip. But you realize that most of the toys aren't meant for a cat to play with alone. You can't stay in the alley playing forever. And you can't exactly afford to get another cat as a playmate. Another. That's it. I know exactly what to get now. After a quick and successful search of the store, you make your purchase and rush back to the alley, eager to show off your find. I'm back. The alley feels even gloomier after spending time in direct sunlight. It makes you feel that much prouder of your gift. You skip over to the cat and dig in the store's plastic bag. I've got something for you. The cat leans up, curious of the bag's contents. You pull out your gift to the cat. Ta-da! It's a small cat plushie. The plushie is a light orange cream color with burnt sepia stripes. I hope I said that right. Making it resemble a tabby cat, but synthetic fur is soft, but not realistically so. And the large eyes of pale green makes more subdued than you would expect it for a toy. There's no denying it's just a plushie, but thoughtful details make it almost uncanny to the real thing, which makes it perfect. A companion for the cat, and one you could actually afford. Win-win. That's not all. Give the plushie a little squeeze and The cat looks unimpressed. Well, you think it's cute. Guess your purchase wasn't so successful after all. Out of options and lower on cash, you awkwardly place the plushie in the box next to the cat. You get up and turn to leave. You're a few steps away when you hear an electric meow behind you.
Meow.
Huh? You turn to see that the plushie is on the ground next to the box. The cat is watching you closely, staring. Let's pick up the plushie. You signed over to pick up the stuffed toy. You really do just want attention, don't you? You hold up the cat doll, examining it a little. Looks a little different. Now we're dead. We're dead. Did it just look at you? Yes, it did.
Meow.
Oh, and it did that on its own. It cursed the cat toy.
Meow. Meow. Meow.
Oh, yeah, we're dead. Oh, yeah, we're dead. The plushie somehow opens its sewn-on mouth before biting into your wrist. Ow. Stop. You try and fling it off, but its grips on you as strong as it drinks your blood. Revenge is frantic. Ugh. You hit it against the concrete walls of the alley. You try and tear at its sturdy fabric. But try as you might, you can't seem to hurt it or make it stop. It's just a toy after all. Eventually, you start to feel faint. Enough to collapse your knees in defeat. The stuffed doll is drinking more calmly now. As if its previous aggression had just been a mere reaction of your desperation. Seems satisfied that you're no longer putting up a fight. You think that you blacked out for a second. Because though you're still sitting, the next time you're conscious, your eyes are closed. You feel so weak. You have to use all your strength just to pry open your eyes, and when you do, you see a kitten. Its fur a familiar orange cream with burnt sepia stripes. It's lapping at your wrist. The kitten lifts its head and looks at you with piercing pale green eyes. It mews at you with a high squeaky pitch, mouth covered in blood. It'd be downright adorable if you weren't about to die from blood loss. The cat strolls under your line of vision and picks up the kitten. Gives you an indescribable look before turning away. The cat carries the kitten back to the box and starts to carefully and dutifully clean it. You sway and find you can't right yourself before falling to the ground. It would seem that, in the end, You gotten the cat a playmate after all. Ending 34, living doll. Alright, let's leave. Ungrateful little monster. You huff an annoyance. You're welcome. Shaking your head, did you turn to leave once again? Ah, when a sharp pain lances up in your arm. Gah. Crying out, you grab at your arm only for it to fall off. Your arm just falls right off. You stare in shock at your severed limb on the ground. Gathering your courage, you turn to look at where your arm has once been connected to the rest of you only to see not blood, it's cotton. Touching it, the stump doesn't even hurt. That is until the same thing happens to your other arm. Ah. Ah. Oh no. You fall when both your legs succumb to the same nonsensical fate, crying out at the agony that comes and goes like never happened. As if you're not currently laying on the dirty ground of an alley, limbless. What in the world is going on? You can't make sense of it. You can't think straight. The pain has receded, leaving you with a strangely empty pit in your stomach. Considering you still have a stomach and it wasn't replaced with... As you lay back, helpless and still in shock, staring at the sky, the cat's face appears in your line of vision. Oh. Lunges at your torso and starts biting and clawing into your chest like you're a chew toy. It doesn't hurt anymore. You feel like it should. You're not sure if you're glad that it doesn't. Eventually, you feel the cat pull something out of you. A small doll that looks very, very familiar. It's hard to tell, but that doll is... That's you. Isn't it? The cat hops off you and heads back to the box with its prize. At least you think so. Everything's too dark to tell. You wake up and find that you can't move an inch. You can't look around. Can't even breathe. Though none of those realizations seem to be a problem. All you can see is the face of a familiar-looking cat curled around you, purring in its sleep. For some reason, this doesn't bother you. You're not sure why you feel like it should. You try and latch on to thoughts in your head that feel like memories of another life. Another time. Another you. But the slots slip away like forgotten dreams. Oh well, that's fine, isn't it? You're just a doll, after all. And a doll's role isn't to have silly thoughts or to remember unimportant things, but to be a companion. In judgment from the cat's content purring, you seem to be performing your role perfectly. You are filled with an overwhelmingly strong sense of pride at this fact. And so you too feel content. Ending 35, cotton-headed. Cool. So, you think I can do the other thing now, or the question mark? Not this far back. Maybe that far back. No, not there. I think it's right here. We still don't have it. What are we missing? Like, are we missing? No, we already did all of feed. I think we did all of play. Like, what do we have to do? You are not ready. Okay. Well, honestly, I have no idea what we could have missed. Yeah, the stuff is all from the first. Which I don't think we missed anything. I don't believe we did, at least. Well, for now, I think I'm gonna end it here. I think there's... Yeah, I'm still missing 8 endings, but I don't really know what they are. Not alone. Probably some more things here that I have to do, and even more stuff, so I don't really know. If anyone knows how to get them, though, you can let me know. I can go ahead and do them. But until then, I'm gonna end it here. So yeah, I mean, there's another 2.5 hours of recording right there. Peace out.